morning everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. Whoa, we've got cards jumping already. 7 of Swords. Oh, that's not sort of the card you want to see jumping out of the pack, is it? Someone around you is being dishonest at the moment. And it doesn't mean they're stealing or doing anything in a really bad way. Could be they're after your money though. Okay, let's see what's happening for the bonus read. This is the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. So let's see what's happening for the bonus read today. Okay, so we do have the Two of Wands coming out here. Now the Two of Wands talks of having two different pathways to walk down, having a choice of which way to go in life, having two options. In this particular card, other than unlike the traditional tarot, there's nobody in this card, and the two pathways look exactly the same, right? So what they're saying here is that you have two options that both may look very nice to you. Both may look very good to you. The Seven of Wands is behind it, and behind that the Nine of Cups. So this is something you wanted. So it's sort of like you maybe have been sort of finding it very difficult to maintain your equilibrium at the moment. You're sort of taking this attitude of having to fight against others all the time. You're sort of feeling like you're having to defend yourself all the time. And what you're doing is looking to see if there's another option here, if you can take another, you can change perhaps your attitude, or you can change the way you see things, but you're choosing to look at things differently here and take a slightly different path on how you view things, because you feel like you're sticking up for yourself all the time, and the world shouldn't be like that. So you're sort of trying to look at things from a different perspective there. So you are going through some sort of transformation at the moment. Like the snake in the card, it's like you go through a period of time where you are shedding something that no longer serves you. And like the snake, you know, you shed your skin, you have a new skin, and you move through life, and that's life for a snake. But for you, this is about shedding something that no longer serves you. So you're nearing the end of a cycle here and closing out things that don't necessarily serve you anymore. I do have the Ten of Cups here, and the Ten of Cups came up in the What's Cracking reading, and it feels sort of very similar sort of energy here, where people are finding it difficult to move forward because of the current energies with the moon. The Ten of Cups is a beautiful card because it talks of you know, having everything you want, happy families, happy life, plenty of money, everything you need here is here for you. Knight of Cups coming in next. So the Knight of Cups is someone who's taking action on something. The cups can be the water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but this person is ready to offer something. Not quite sure what that is yet, so let's keep going. And you do have a Page of Wands here. So we are talking, that's the fire sign. But the pages are really only messengers. They really don't take action. They only bring messages. So there's something coming through here for you that may help to relieve this sort of feeling of being stuck or stagnant. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups here. So the Six of Cups talks of nostalgia and reminiscing, talks of going back to the past when you were a child, thinking about how sort of uncomplicated things were then. And I'm sure many of you can remember, you know, how people told you to think yourself lucky you were a child because you didn't have the problems an adult has. Eight of Coins coming in here. So you are working on something here, and quite possibly this is about you working on yourself, working on your childhood, to bring in something that, to bring something in here. Okay. We do have the moon here. Now the moon did come out in the What's Cracking reading too. So this is a period of time where we're not sure on the direction we're being taken. And you saw that with the Two of Wands. Not sure of which path to walk down. Okay, and here's the Strength card. So the universe is asking us to be strong during this time because you're transforming. You're going through a transformation. And it's part of shedding the ego here. It's part of getting rid of those things you learned in childhood that are no longer serving you. And the Page of Swords is up the front here. Okay, let's have a good look at this reading, because I feel like it's another What's Cracking one, and I'd already done one before that was sort of a very similar energy. This is about transforming, putting things down in order to take a new path. So a new path is opening up for you here. A new path that will bring more love and more passion into your life. There is quite a lot of major arcanas here as well. So this is about the universe turning things round now in order to help you to shed this ego, these things you've learned through your childhood. Things that may not be seen to you at the moment. They may be things that you don't actually see or understand. And somebody said something about it one day to me, something about, you know, you're an adult, you can take responsibility for your life. But the thing is, with these things you've learned in childhood, you're not aware. They're subconscious. So we're trying to bring those things up to understand how we act in the present time because of what we learned in childhood. So I try to think of examples for this, and I can only think of things that I am understanding myself. Supposing as a child you were taught that little children should be seen and not heard. Now that's probably something a lot of people said to their children in those days. But what does that mean to you now? Because what happens is you grow up feeling you need to be invisible. You don't want people to see you anymore because that is what you've been told as a small child. But it's not until somebody says something to you one day and you think, wow, I always feel like I'm invisible. Nobody sees me. Why is that? Well, that's because when you were a child, you were told that and you did your very best to do the right thing by your parents. So you made sure that you weren't visible. So those are the sort of things that the universe is trying to clear out now. And it's called social conditioning. And there's lots of other things too, like, you know, your parents might have said, well, you're no good, you'll never amount to anything. You are worthless, you know, a lot of people do it without even really thinking about what they're saying. And some of those things, you may have had very, very good parents, you might have had a tremendously great upbringing, but your parents might have still stomped on your dreams. You'll never be an astronaut, you'll never be a hairdresser. Why would you want to go into acting? It doesn't have any money there. We want you to be a doctor, we want you to... So all of those things impact you. So if you've had dreams as a child of becoming an actor and it's what you feel you're really good at and someone's telling you can't achieve that, your whole universe is then built in that idea that you will never be an actor. So you change your whole life, you stifle your creativity and you don't grow yourself the way the universe meant you to. So what's happening here is that the universe is stripping back that ego, stripping back those thoughts that you've had. These thoughts for many of you are unknown, but they're starting to surface now. They're starting to come to the surface. You're starting to understand this because you're working on this all the time and you're shedding what does not serve you anymore, because the universe wants you to take a new direction here. And this direction is pure. It's the direction of, you know, pure strength. It's the direction of what your soul was truly meant to do. But you have to work this out for yourself. And in order to do that, you have to look forward and have faith and trust that the universe is coming in to offer you something that is more loving, more passionate, more aligned with your path, more what you wanted when you were a child, when you were pure and innocent, and that's where you saw yourself going. So sometimes, you know, when you're stifling your creativity or you're stifling the person you're meant to be, that can make you feel very angry about things or very confused about how the world is supposed to unravel you. So there's a lot of emotional layers here that you have to peel back in order to move forward. And that's what you're currently doing. So it's about being strong, going through this cycle and understanding that at the end of it, you're going to have a lot of clarity. But it's like you've come back to being a child again. And you're a child now with this power of having complete clarity over your life, complete clarity in what you do, but you still are starting it all over again. But that's where the universe is taking us at the moment. And again, if there's somebody watching who knows what the astrological signs are at the moment, perhaps you can comment. Oh, we want 2 this morning. Okay, no, quite visibly flew out at me there. Okay, so we have 2 cards here. So this is the card of the Helper of Action. And it says, you're blessed with many wonderful things to do. It would be great if you could take the time to make a plan first, but you probably don't have the time. So get busy, follow your instincts and have fun. You or someone you meet is very self-assured, capable and enthusiastic and can do anything with a smile. So that's that whole idea of getting through this with strength. The other card that's come through is the 2 of Action. And it's really funny because this is what the 2 of Wands is representing. And it says, trust in your ability to make excellent choices. There's opportunities all around you if you just continue to move forward. It may be time to take on a new partner who can help you to be a success in your career or creative endeavours. Keep your eyes on the big picture rather than the details at the moment. And that's exactly right. Yes, it's a hard time. Yes, we're all ploughing through stuff that's, really difficult. But at the end of the day, it's going to make us better people. It's going to give us more opportunities. Thanks, everyone.